Hi, I'm Brian Marsh. I'm the Potential Coach. Today, we're going to talk about one of the most effective tools to overcoming procrastination. That tool is exposure. I'm often asked, what does exposure have to do with overcoming procrastination? Here's how. In order for you to really overcome your limiting belief around procrastination, you have to expose yourself to other ways of thinking. You have to expose yourself to other people. The way it worked for me was that I began to overcome my habitual procrastination when I was able to expose myself to people in the corporate world that I identified with and I wanted to be like. It then became pretty easy for me to stop putting things off when I saw how they dealt with their lives and when I saw how habitual they were about getting things done and really how anally retentive they were about getting things done. It really created the need in me to be exposed to that way of thinking. And that's in fact what exposure does. It helps to change your way of thinking. It helps to change how you're doing things. So exposure becomes a really effective tool in overcoming procrastination. Because until or unless you walk another path, you'll never know how effective that path is. Until you expose yourself to another way of thinking, you'll never know how effective that thinking is. So here's an example of the thinking exposure that I had. Prior to exposing myself to people in the corporate world, I always thought that successful people in corporations were people that were born with a silver spoon in their mouths. They are not. I used to think that there was something intellectually special about these people. There's nothing intellectually special about them. I used to think that there was something that worked for them that didn't work for me. There isn't. Exposure taught me that these people think differently than I thought. They do things or did things that I wasn't doing. Because I exposed myself to them and to their way of thinking and to their way of life, I was able to understand from beginning to end that it wasn't that they were born with a silver spoon in their mouth. It wasn't that they were of a certain race or ethnicity. It was that they faced their fears. They did things that other people refused to do. They don't procrastinate. When they're faced with a tough task, they do that thing. That's what exposure taught me. And so, as I understood that, I began to overcome my deep vortex of procrastination. I was able to change and transform my life, and I want to help you do the same for you. This is Brian Marsh, your potential coach. For more information, please subscribe to this YouTube channel. See you next time.